Welcome to How to Grill. I'm Ken.
I'm Harold.
So glad you're here with us today. Today, wow, this is the cool day. This day is what everybody always wants to know when they find out you grill. They always want to ask for this. This is what they're looking for. It's all about today, the steak. And I'm telling you, this is going to be incredible. Now, there's different kinds of ways to do this. A lot of people cook steaks like I did on the gas grill for years, where I put it on there and just kind of flipped it over and over again. And it outside looked pretty black and thought, well, this looks okay. Pull it off, cut it open, and it's blood red on the inside. I couldn't get it done.
Exactly.
But I learned a different way.
Right.
And we're going to talk about that. What is that way called?
We are going to talk about it, and you're right. There's several different ways of cooking steaks. One of them is just like you talked about. You flip it multiple times. Another one that's done a lot on a gas grill, and especially some of the gas grills with what they call a sear station, is they'll sear it first, really good on both sides, and then they'll cook it to a temperature, and hopefully they're temping the meat as well. We're going to do something a little different today that, in my opinion, creates the best tasting steak you've ever had. It's called reverse searing. Reverse
searing, okay.
Exactly. What we're going to do, we're going to take and we're going to smoke these steaks at probably just about 225 degrees.
We've already lit this, so it's at 200 right now, almost to 225. So
for about an hour, okay. Somewhere thereabouts. We're going to get it up to an internal temperature, as we talked on one of the last classes, of 110 degrees. After that's where the fun really begins. Okay. We're going to take those steaks off. We're going to lay them to the side on a plate, and we're going to fire this big green egg up to about 650 degrees.
Whoa!
And we're going to play with fire. We're going to literally, yes. we're going to put these steaks in a direct flame. And real quickly, we're gonna sear them really nice on both sides, and then finish them off with some little special stuff.
Excellent.
And I think everybody's gonna really love this. And I'm telling you, as you know, once you do this, you'll never want to go out for a steak again.
I cannot eat a steak out anymore, and it's for the reason. So be forewarned, this is about to ruin you forever on steaks. Now, there's different kinds of steaks. There's New York strips, there's sirloins, but today we have some ribeyes.
We're doing some awesome ribeyes.
And when I say we're doing ribeyes, I went to the butcher and I said, I want you to cut me this type of ribeye. I said I want it to be really thick, and so let me show you what the butcher did for us today. Oh, yeah. I mean, we are about to have steak, people. This is what I'm talking about. So, here we go. Get ready. We're about to go into the prep time right now. Get ready. Okay, we're doing these steaks on the big green egg. And again, Kamado type grill, really wonderful, keeps all the temperature in there, and we're going at about 225. Now it's right about 250, but Harold just closed down the vents here, and the airflow closed down is going to mean decreased temperature on the inside of this. We also have different kinds of hardwood lump charcoal that we're using for all of these things, but what are we using today?
Right, well, in the first class we talked about charcoals, and one of those we talked about is one called Jealous Devil.
Right.
And part of the reason I use that is because we can get those high temperatures really fast. It's a larger lump. In fact, believe it or not, that's one of the smaller pieces in the bag. And so part of the reason we've jumped up a little too high is it does want to burn at a higher temperature. So we'll bring it back down a little bit, especially here we reach in there and we throw the few hickory chunks in there.
Okay, let's show them those. Why do we use these?
Not a lot. I use chunks. There's always been a debate about chunks or chips. To me, chips burn up too fast. I want to get a good smoke. I mean, I'm not putting a lot in there because I don't want to overwhelm the taste of the meat, but I want to get enough that I add some flavor to it. There's also people debate about whether to wet them or not. If you wet it, it's really not going to do no different than if we throw it in there just like this. In a little bit, you're going to see smoke rise up out of this, whatever way you're going to do it.
And I told you guys before I did that. Somebody told me, oh, you got to wet those, and I didn't. I just said, okay, they told me to do that. I guess I need to do that, and I wet the chunks, put it in there, and it was absolutely no difference whatsoever. Not. It was a waste of time.
It's not. So we're going to throw these in here. We're going to put the rack on here, and then we're going to get ready to smoke some steaks.
Okay, so we're about to put the steaks on here, but before we do that, we're going to put the plates that are in there because we're going for indirect heat. We're going to cook at about 220, 225, somewhere in there, and this indirect heat means the plate setter is going to block the heat and the fire from directly hitting the steak. It will go around and it will bake it, cook it evenly and slowly, which is what we're looking for.
Exactly. We're going to set the plate setter on here. And to do that, and like we showed the other night, it's just simple stone here. And then
goes right down there, sits down.
And then we're going to set our grid right on top of it.
Yep.
And then we're going to get ready to add our steaks as soon as we get our smoke going good.
All right, there we go. Get ready. This is going to be awesome. Now, I will tell you this. There are different types of ways to season steaks. A lot of people do this before it goes on. Some people choose not to. Harold has his own way of doing this. He's going to tell you about it in just a second. What I used to do previously is I used to douse this thing in Dale's and just marinate it, soak it in Dale's front and back, and then put some garlic and herb spices on there and then put it on there. That's what I had to do on a gas grill to get taste out of it. This is entirely different, though.
We're going to do this completely different this time. You know, the steaks, we've let them set it till they got to room temperature. You know, we didn't add anything to it. No marinade, no seasonings or anything.
I mean, that is just nothing but the steak.
Once we smoke these, and then once we do the sear, I'm gonna finish them off with some smoked sea salt, some cracked pepper, and then a little special butter that I'm gonna come up with. And
that's it?
That's it.
Salt, pepper, butter.
That's it. It's a little compound butter that we're gonna put together.
And you're gonna find out how to do that compound butter.
Exactly.
Oh man. Okay, this is gonna be awesome. Okay.
All right.
Let's do it to it. Put them on there. Steaks are going on.
They're going on. We're gonna put this thing to sleep for a little bit.
All right. The good news is you don't have to stick around and wait like we do. For you, it's gonna be like Back to the Future. Bam, instantaneous, 88 miles per hour, you're gonna be there. Here we go. Okay, we're back. You see the smoke billowing across here. We are ready to get these steaks, and we're gonna pull them off and get them ready for this reverse sear. Exactly. So it's coming up right now, but before we do that, what's the internal temp that we're gonna go for?
We're looking for, right now, right about 110, maybe 112 degrees, somewhere right in there. Then we're gonna pull them off, like we said earlier, set them aside, then we're gonna raise that temperature. We're gonna try to cook these to about a medium rare, which is about 100, 135 degrees.
But if they wanted to go medium?
Medium, you're about 145 to 155. We don't even talk about anything above that.
Exactly, so. You don't want to do that. Now, normally for me, because I would always burn the outside of this thing, and so I got used to eating medium rare. I always ordered it medium rare, because that's where I felt like I lost the taste, and if I did any worse than that, it was all dried out.
Exactly.
In this case, you're going to go up to medium, and even if you got to a medium well, which I have done accidentally on here, still was juicy on this big green egg.
It is. You're still gonna you're still locking in everything and the flavors there, but you know, I prefer that medium rare, just nice pink to center.
Okay, let's do this thing. Here we go. Ready? Everybody watch. You're gonna love this. Here we go. Ready? Boom. Let the smoke clear out and you can kind of see them in there. Oh, those look really good. And the temp we're looking at.
We're a little high.
A little high, 120 on that one.
We're 110 right on that one, so
that's
we're good.
About perfect.
So that one, we're gonna pull these off for a minute.
Okay.
We're gonna raise it up, lay them on here.
Okay, so the steaks are off there now on the plate, and what we're doing is we're letting this heat up. We're gonna probably remove the top of that.
We're gonna take the top off. We're gonna open the bottom completely up, and we're gonna try to get this temperature about 650 degrees.
Which means a ton of airflow, which means bigger fire, more heat. So let's pull that top off there and we'll get ready to sear these bad boys. All right, now we're all waiting for that temperature to come up. We got something else pretty cool to show you. We're gonna be making some butter in here.
We're gonna build a compound butter that we're gonna finish it off. It's really simple, what we're gonna do. I mean, nothing real complicated, anybody can do it. And just take a couple minutes to do.
All right, let's do it. Watch this. All right, here we are big old thing of butter. Now, you can't go wrong with butter on
No,
steak. It's just the best.
This is just some soft butter that I picked up at the grocery store. I believe in real butter. I don't use margarine. And literally some minced garlic from the store as well. And all we're going to do is we're going to take, about a good heaping tablespoon of this, throw it in here with this butter, and then we're just going to mix it up.
All right. Mash it down in there, mix it all in there together. Oh my goodness, that smells good. I can smell that garlic. It's really amazing.
And probably a little more than we'll actually use, but
I don't know.
it keeps.
Might need to put a little extra on my steak. Just saying.
Yeah, and I know you mentioned you make one with a little more in it.
Yeah, I do some rosemary, thyme in there. Sometimes a little sage.
I try
as well.
to stay pretty simple, and but I mean that's it.
And if you put those ingredients in there, it's reminiscent a little bit of the olive oil dip they have at Carrabba's.
Right.
It tastes a little bit like that,
Yep.
but there it is, everybody. There
it is, and we're up to temp on the egg.
We're up to temp. It is time to show you some serious flame coming up.
Exactly.
Okay, so while I'm watching this, we just put these things back on here. This thing is fired up to almost 600 degrees, so we're searing it right now, and it's going to be ready to flip in just a second. But before we do that, Harold kind of slipped something in on me here. What is this, Harold?
It's duck fat. Exactly what it says it is. It is a keto and paleo, isn't that how they say it? Friendly type of spray. This is something I learned from competition steak grillers. Is how they get the perfect sear marks on the steaks.
Oh, okay.
Because it literally just burns those across it, and it adds some flavor to it also.
And I'm not seeing this. Where do you get this?
I've got it at my store.
Ace Hardware. Go get you some. All right, are we about ready
I
to
think
take a
so.
look? All right, here it comes.
Will.
We're going to burp this, which means I'm going to crack it open again, let the air kind of seep out so nothing shoots out of here, and then we're going to go in here and flip these over. Get ready for a big flame. Here it comes. Ready? Oh, wow. Those look amazing. All right. Another 3 minutes or so. We should be 137 there, 150 on that one. So that was about ready to pull.
Yeah,
well, you tell me what you want to do.
We'll pull them.
Let's go ahead and let's pull them then. Let's grab the plate. So we're at temp. Now here's the thing, guys. I want you to learn this as we're doing this right now. So we had a plan of doing this 3 minutes, but internal temperature is king on this. And I learned that the hard way. You can't do it by time. You got to do it by temp.
Do it by temp. That's why
always
you always
by temp.
check temp.
So the temp on one of these, if we done it like this, it would be way overdone. So this one, we're going to pull these off. Get ready for this. Here comes the medium rare. Oh, wow. It's sizzling on here.
And this one's probably a little closer to medium.
That's probably a medium right there. My friends, this is steak time. This is look at those perfect grill marks he was talking about right there. That's what the duck fat did.
Exactly.
Awesome. Now you know how to do that.
We're going to grab a knife, we're going to slice this and let you see the inside.
I can't wait. I'm going to the table right now. Good grief, this is going to be amazing. Okay, we just pulled them off, and now it's time to finish these bad boys up. Tell me how we're going to do it, Harold.
All right, we're going to throw some of this compound butter we talked about a little bit ago.
That's the garlic and butter we just made.
Kind of let it just kind of spread out over it.
And it's already melting on there. Good grief, this is so good. Would you look at those steaks?
Sometimes if it's a little, if I'm not quite if it's not cooking quite so fast, I'll throw the butter on it in the grill. But these were getting hot pretty quick.
Right.
And then we'll finish that off with just a little bit of smoked Mediterranean sea salt.
And this is called Cooper's Provisions, smoked Mediterranean sea salt. Where can they get this?
At my store.
Again, Ace Hardware, get it there.
He has several different. He even has one that's smoked and adds bacon flavor to it.
That's so wrong and yet so right.
And then a little bit of just cracked pepper from the grocery. And then you've
There
got
we are. Look at it
a,
run out of there. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, can we slice it open? I mean, I know I'm anxious here, but
we can.
Oh. Everybody, this is literally going to be the best part of my day right here. You're about to see it.
Let's get some really nice slices here.
Let's kind of turn it this way toward the camera a little bit so they can kind of see what we're talking about. What we're looking at right there.
You've got a pretty much a perfect medium rare.
Exactly. Okay, and let's see. Yeah, you're gonna have to, I don't know where to get to. That has got my name on it right there. Oh my goodness.
That's how to do steaks at home.
You've got to do this. You will not get a steak this good in any restaurant, anywhere. I don't care what it is. I don't care how much you paid for it. And this type of steak in a restaurant, they would easily charge you $60, $70 for this.
Just for the piece of meat.
Just for the meat. We paid an nth of that, did it ourselves, and it's better. Guys, this is how to grill a steak. I hope you'll try this. Get your grill, try this. For the big green egg people, if you do this, when you put the when you're cooking the steak, if you want to go low and slow on it, do that low temperature. Put the plate setter in there, go low and slow, and get the temperature about 200, 225. It's kind of it's kind of hard to get any lower than that.
It is.
It would be better if you did it lower than that, but it's kind of just impossible to do it that way. But low and slow until you. And again, we're not cooking by time. We're cooking by temperature. So you want to get that temperature to about.
Internal, we're right here, on this one, as you know, about 135 degrees.
Right, but I mean, before we pull it off.
Before we pulled it, we let it cook to 110.
110. So you're looking for about 110. After that, pull it off. Let that thing heat up to about 600 degrees. Back on there. You put it for about 3 minutes, but again, he had that pin, checking that temp pin, checking that thing, and we saw that it was about 130, 135. That's about medium rare. 145 to 155, that's medium to medium, good into medium well. And
the other point I like telling people, and like I said, we did cook a little fast and went a little high on this.
Keep talking.
But is once you pull this thing off, it will rise still about 5 degrees.
Great point.
So, you really want to try to get that additional out of it.
And I'd forgotten that too. One more. This is amazing. I don't know what you're eating tonight, but I feel bad for you that you're not eating this. This is amazing steak. The compound butter, he showed you how to do that. All the different ingredients. Again, you can get all this at Ace Hardware. So go see my friend Harold over there. Do all this. This has been How to Grill. I'm Ken.
And I'm Harold.
Thanks for being here. We'll see you next time.